So I just want to remind Hillary Clinton voters that it's not Bernie Sanders supporters' fault that Hillary Clinton is a horribly flawed candidate. It's not. I wish she didn't take money from Wall Street. I wish she didn't sit on the board of Walmart. I wish she didn't push for NAFTA. I wish she didn't vote for the Iraq War. I wish she wasn't still doing fundraisers for Goldman. I wish all those things, but she did that. That's not my fault. So I just want to keep that in mind. And it's okay that you support Hillary Clinton. But what makes us progressives, what makes Democrats Democrats, liberals liberals, is that we're supposed to be clear-eyed. We're supposed to be fact-based. And we're supposed to apply the same standards to everybody. That's why we're supposed to be better. So I don't know what it is about the Hillary Clinton supporters, people I respect, like Joan Walsh. Now, I like Joan Walsh. She writes for Salon.com. And whenever she's on Chris Hardball, I'm always like, thank God there's somebody there who's going to bring sanity to this conversation. It's Joan Walsh with Chris Hardball. Thank God. Mm-hmm. Well, here is a tweet, and this is just one. There's a million of these tweets going around. And so here's just a sample. Here's Joan Walsh tweeting out. She says, I am just getting the extent to which the white male left, thinks Clinton is not only corrupt and venal politically, but stupid. So here's what I tweeted back to her. Don't know what venal means, but here is Senator Warren telling us how corrupt Hillary Clinton is. And I linked to the video of me playing Senator Warren saying that when Hillary Clinton became a senator, she completely flip-flopped on a bankruptcy bill because of the money pressure she had from Wall Street. We know this. So I don't understand so when she says, I am just getting the extent to which the white male left thinks Clinton is not only corrupt and so what is that about, Frank? Let me ask you. You're a Hillary Clinton supporter. Now, Joan Walsh is smart. She's rational. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous what she just said. That people, the white male left, again, it's some kind of misogyny that people don't like Hillary Clinton.
Well, I think that, my guess is that she is in her Twitter, she's receiving misogyny from Bernie supporters, which isn't to say that Bernie the overwhelming majority of Bernie supporters, not misogynists, but she's probably getting some of that in her. Any woman on Twitter gets misogyny as a response to whatever they write about.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. We know that. We don't. But it's tough to be a woman in the world and social media right now. But then another thing that happened was media mass.
Wait. I just want to address what my explanation is.
Okay.
That what Joan feels and what I feel is that Hillary Clinton is more, well, I'll just speak for myself. Hillary Clinton is more centrist than I wish she was. And I wish she was more liberal, and I'm glad that Bernie is making her more liberal. But I don't consider her a venal and corrupt and inherently corrupt, bad person the way she's being portrayed by the way she's been portrayed for 25 years by the right wing, and now how she's being portrayed by some people on the left. It's not just that you disagree with her that she's too in bed with Wall Street, the same way that Obama is too in bed with Wall Street. Something about Obama that I disagree with and that I don't like, and yet I think he's been a very good president. So in other words, the things that to you and to some Bernie supporters that are deal breakers, they're not deal breakers to myself and to Joan Walsh. We just don't agree, or I just don't agree with. I wish she wasn't as centrist as she is, but I don't think she's this evil, horrible, corrupt, secretive person who has some kind of conspiracy to rob everybody and enrich herself, which is how she's portrayed by people.
Frank, do you think that government in general right now, especially at the federal level, is completely corrupted? Do you think that when we have a situation like Sandy Hook and 90% of people want some kind of gun legislation, and then we don't get gun legislation even though 90% of people want it, and that's
that is corrupt. The government is broken. It's not working. It's not serving the interests of the people. But in the case of Sandy Hook, Obama, he wants gun reform as much as anybody. He's done what he can to make it happen, but you can't say that he's corrupt because he can't make more, he can't change things in Sandy Hook more.
No, what I'm saying is that the government is corrupt and we need to get money out of politics because money has completely corrupted politics. And I picked the most egregious example there's not 90% agreement on anything. My wife and I don't agree on 90% of this stuff, but somehow America got 90% agreement about guns and we didn't get any legislation because that's a great example of how corrupt that the people in power,
Right.
especially on the federal level, don't respond to the voters. They only respond to the donors. And I don't think Hillary... Wait a minute.
There's a big difference between a Hillary Clinton and a Barack Obama and a Bernie Sanders than there is than a Mitch McConnell and a John Boehner and a Paul Ryan. They're not all part of the same corrupt system. It's the system itself. You're right is wrong, but you want to get people into office who at least are going to be on the right side of things.
Yeah, so I would say this. So if you are for, which I am, I'm for getting money out of politics, dark money and the money that's above board. I'm for getting it all out, which is what Bernie's for. So if you're for getting the corrupting influence of money out of politics, that's one reason why I'm against Hillary Clinton, or I'm not for her, because she won't do anything to get money. She'll be against Citizens United, but everybody's against Citizens United, and that's a big problem. That's not the big problem. To me, the bigger problem is not Citizens United. It's everything that became before that. They're already corrupted. So my whole point is, Frank, I agree with pretty much everything you're saying, except the fact that if you think that the number one root cause of all the problems we have today is money in politics, Bernie is dedicated to getting that out of politics, and she is not. And that's just it. And the fact that she takes all that money from all those pharmaceuticals and Wall Street and Walmart and whoever, and she was for the TPP deal before she was against. That is because of the corrupting power of money in politics, and she's not dedicated to getting that out. And I think if you're not dedicated to getting that out in this day and age, first of all, you're missing the moment. This is the moment to do that. Secondly, there's no reason to vote for you because things are going to stay the same. You're going to say because her opponents are worse. I agree. Even Chomsky says, of course, there's differences between any Democrat and any Republican. He says, but they're nominal, just kind of like what Ralph Nader said before. There's no, when Mitt Romney was running against Barack Obama, a lot of people said this, and I believed it would be true. Wall Street didn't care who won. They won with Barack Obama. They won with Mitt Romney. They won with Barack Obama. They won with John McCain. We all know this. So I think the biggest problem right now is a problem that not only, I'm not saying Hillary can't fix it. I'm saying she doesn't identify it as a problem. And if you don't see it as a problem, you can't fix it. So what I'm saying is I'm for trying to fix it. And I understand you are being afraid that Bernie will lose to Donald Trump, even though all the polls say the opposite. I understand you have your reasons. That's what I'm just saying, that this irrational hatred of Bernie Sanders supporters it's out of my. There was a right-wing website, Frank, that tweeted.
Well, just let me add real quick that the hatred of Hillary is very irrational as well. And it goes back 25 years, and a lot of it comes from the right wing too.
No.
I don't know why.
No doubt, the right wing hated the Clintons, just like they hated Barack Obama. Even though, the things that they hated. That hey, Barack Obama's giving us socialism. No, he's giving you your right wing health care plan.
Right.
So
exactly.
Even though they were already centrists, they still made them out to be socialists, which is why I don't think the socialist thing wins against Bernie. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to go back to FDR. I really do. I think the country's ready. Let me get to a couple other.
I wish you were right, but I really don't think the country is there yet. And Bernie isn't even winning over. He's not even winning over people that he should be winning over, like African Americans and Hispanic people
He's won me over.
and women.
He's
Yeah, but
I'm a
Steph,
Mexican
come
woman.
on, you don't count.